Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. We're doing a 3-pile pick-a-pile today for new directions in our life. Initially, I was going to do it for new beginnings, but a new beginning and a new direction are two completely different things. Some people are already on their path and doing what they need to do for their careers, relationships, finances, spiritual growth, etc., and don't necessarily need a new beginning, but need to know what the direction that they're walking on or is coming up for them at this time. So I've opted to go with a new direction pick-a-pile, so that's what we're going to do. I have pre-shuffled a few cards already. All the other decks are ready to go. I will channel as usual. I do not use tarot. I keep forgetting to say that. In fact, if I actually had a private reading, I would not be doing any card work. I'd just be channeling the entire time. I don't use cards when I read in private. So that's really exciting. I want to shout out to Vicky D'Souza at Angel Heart Readings. Please go and suss out her channel and see what she has to offer in ways of mediumship and connection to spirit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is move these other piles out the way, pile 2 and 3. From the left, pile 1, middle, pile 2, and at the amethyst, pile 3. So I'm just going to move these out the way. As you guys know, I don't use WhatsApp and I don't cold canvas for work. I won't be contacting you going, oh, you should have a reading, Spirit's got messages, etc. It doesn't happen that way. If you see or know of anybody trying to mimic or hinder my channel or my name, please contact YouTube and or myself. If you do want to book a reading and I've got availability, please contact me through the description box. Thank you to everybody that has had bookings and giving me donations. I love it. I'm grateful. And yeah, and even people that don't subscribe to my channel but still watch my channel, it's still another view on the channel. I don't think people sort of understand that sometimes, just hovering in the background watching. I mean, I'm a psychic. I'm not a psychic, I am psychic, so I am aware, and either way it's an energy exchange. So I just want to say thank you and shout out to all my subscribers. Peace, much love. Let's get this reading going. I'm just having a drink. Okay, let's get into this. Whew, let's dance. I'm going to do these 2 cards very last for each pile. What have we got here? First card, peace. Beautiful. Be interesting to see what your path is. Regeneration. Wow. And all that glitters. Okay, there's a dual meaning for this card. All that glitters is not always gold, and this is a genuine message in life with things. Sometimes because something is shiny and sparkly, it doesn't mean that it's not fake of some description. Let's have a look what we've got here. Goat, grounded. Elephant, compassion. And Phoenix, sensual. Okay, that's a bit to do with the regeneration there. Just let me channel for a minute before I pull more cards. Cool. I haven't seen these cards yet. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Spirit's saying, pile 1, your direction, your new direction is about sifting through the debris of things that are going on in your life that aren't serving any purpose for you at the moment. That could be certain friendships. That could be the amount of people that you have on Facebook. That could be, certain work colleagues that you feel obligated to mingle with out of work. Just basic things, relationships, romantic ones or platonic ones that aren't serving you. And even mindsets and feelings about how you feel about your life in general and family members and so on and so forth. This pile is about the regeneration from that. As the phoenix, it's the renewal, it's the regeneration. It's about sifting through the ashes and everything that you've been through on your path to understand that you now need to move on and get some peace. Okay, we've got the peace card here. You need to ground and remain grounded. You might already be grounded. This is just a confirmation. Spirit's aware that you're doing grounding techniques. If not, I recommend you please ground. And compassion. Spirit's saying, okay, so elephants have memories, like ridiculous memory loads. They can hold and retain information from their entire life. And Spirit's saying that you need to remember and celebrate who you are and have compassion for yourself at this time in your life and incorporate that with the regeneration and the renewal, because all that glitters is not gold. And it is okay to understand that you have made some mistakes in your life. There's an energy up here. There's a face up here. It's a feminine face. For you, it doesn't have to be, but it's a message from Spirit to remind you that Spirit is looking down over you. People's masks are going to be revealed. People are taking their masks off now, or they have recently taken their masks off, and that's why you're having this sensual regeneration, because you're obtaining the peace that you need in order to move into your life properly on the next 6 or so months. It's really important to understand that just because something has happened in your life, it doesn't mean look, if it's a bad thing that you've gone through in your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that you deserve to go through that pain and heartache. And Spirit really wants you to know that. We've got joy. Yay, beautiful. We've got a couple of different chakras here. We definitely have, generally, ground or base chakra or root chakra is red, but we've still got the earthy colors here. So maybe you could drink some cacao or some hot chocolate or something that'll help you ground as well. Milo or something. Hummingbird, joy. All right, we've got the elephant. We've got purples and blues through there, and then like that whitey cream sort of color, which would be the soul star chakra, which is above the crown chakra. We've got the crown and the third eye colors in there, and throat, and we have sacral, solar plexus and root chakra there again. Okay, so there's all chakras up here, throat and heart. Okay, we've got B, power. Stand in your power. And we've got flamingo, community. Wow. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is that what your next direction is to understand that even though bees are a part of a community, for example, you can still obtain joy by not having to follow the masses and do what everybody else says. If you feel that the direction you're going in is better for you long term, mentally, emotionally, in any other way, and people around you as a collective are going, no, don't go this way, and you're getting pulled left and right. Spirit's saying it's okay to honor yourself, have that self-compassion. Remain grounded. Remember, we're having a regeneration here. You're sifting through the debris of what you've gone through in your life in the last however long. It could be a year for you. What you're reflecting on could be 6 months, could be longer, or could be less, okay? It's okay to step away from the community mindset and honor what you need to do and step in your power at this time. It doesn't mean that you're not part of a community. Can I have 2 more of those, please? Yeah, we've got passion, cardinal, root chakra, okay? Ground, root chakra colors here. Compassion and passion. The difference is there's a C-O-M in front of it, okay? That's a dual message. Be passionate about what you've got going on. And we've got crow, magic. Whoa. Black and white, yin and yang, protection, shadow, light element, whatever's going on in your life. Maybe you've come through a dark night of the soul. Maybe you've had a bit of shadow stuff going on. Well, obviously, really, because we've got the renewal, and the regeneration, okay? It's that sensual element that you need to bring out of yourself and sift through things. So that's beautiful. It's a real magical time for you, Spirit saying, and that's why this card has come up here, that you've pulled through. That's what you've done or you're doing. You're going through that last little bit of ashes, little bit of debris from whatever you've gone through, and Spirit saying that is your direction at this time. We've also got intuition, okay? Follow your gut. Like I said, it's okay to step away from the crowd if you need to at the time. We've also got cycles. I keep pulling out the same deck, and with one more, we've got nourishment. And Spirit's saying that is the cycles here and the nourishment, that goes hand in hand. That is a really important message that you need to honor what you need to do for yourself at the moment. I know it's hard to step out of environments or situations sometimes when you're worried about what the long-term results could be or how others are going to perceive or react to what you're doing in your own life, but it is your own life. Nourish yourself, nourish your soul, and do what you need to do at this time, okay? Come on, some more, please. Oh, can you hear that little noise in the background? It's my son's iPad. It says to be fair. Be fair to yourself. It's time to step out. Yeah, Treasure Island. That's what you're aiming for. Everything you need is within yourself. It's a turtle here, okay? It's a turtle with this beautiful, beautiful treasure chest on its back, okay? Spirit's saying it's okay to be solo. The ocean, it's in the ocean. How big's the ocean? Never-ending story. Yeah, that's it. And we've got new life. Wow. Okay, so what Spirit's saying here is, again, you need to step out and do what you need to do for yourself. It doesn't mean you have to step out of friendships if your friendships are healthy or your romantic relationship's healthy or things like that, but you do need to step out of your immediate environment, and it could even just be mentally, to get a better grasp of what you need. I think you can feel in yourself there's some changes that you really need to exhibit, that you really need to honor in yourself, and that's where that nourishment comes in. You need to make sure that you're aware that everything you need and everything you seek, you have it within you, it's on you, it's around you, it's a part of you. You are the abundance, you are the manifestation, etc. You know, if you are genuinely having a hard time in your life and you honestly don't know what to do, Spirit's saying, again, remove yourself from those environments where you need to disconnect from and actually recharge your battery, your soul. To be fair, a never-ending story. To be fair to yourself. Come on. Obviously, you've done some good stuff, and that's what Spirit's saying to you. Come on now. We know how hard you worked. We know how well you're doing. We know your private thoughts. We know your personal private feelings about things, and how it affects your body and your brain and things like that. And that's what Spirit's saying. We want you to understand that it's time to be fair to yourself and walk away from the bullshit. Never ending story. Life goes on, basically. Life goes on. Things change, things happen, and we can't help that sometimes. But you're bringing in new life. You're ushering in new life. So your actual direction is the new life that you're ushering in, but you need to get through that renewal and that regeneration. Again, the magic card come up, so there is definitely some shadow stuff with the yin and yang. We've got Not For You. Oh, I love that card. I actually really like that card. Hang on a minute. Can I just have two more? Thank you. We've got Not For You. Yes, truth be told, there's another mask there. See, somebody's mask has been lifted, and go the distance. Fuck yeah. Okay, so Not For You. What I love about this card is, to me, it's quite a positive card. I don't know what the booklet says for it, but for me, this is a positive card because it's basically, and that what that says in there inside the fortune cookie, the word says nope. And basically what this means is, for me, well, my depiction of this card, please focus. Okay, I'll just put it down, is that you are not a part of the masses and the bullshit that goes on around you. And this is exactly what I said about the community card, the bee spirit, nurturing yourself, going through those cycles of life. The never-ending story is also a similar card to cycles. This is not for you. The drama, the bullshit, the things that are weighing you down, the stuff that you're sifting through. People's masks are coming off now. The veil is lifted, basically. And truth be told, you've got what you need. You can go the distance. Your goals are going to get hit. We're going through here right now. You might have felt quite isolated with things going on around you, and that's why this person, this spirit, this animal, or what have you, is coming through the desert. But you've made it. Truth be told, you've done everything you need to do. You are now wise. You're coming from that space of intuition, with the truth be told. Okay, so that's really cool. What else we got here? I've got two more piles to get through. We've got faithfulness. Beautiful. And that's to yourself and to your journey. Look, again, there's all sand. It's like this dog's at the beach, right? There's a bit of water there, like a puddle. And there's a big community sort of housing area in the background. Right, so that ties in with the go the distance. Widower. Yeah, righto. Give me a minute. Can I have 2 or 3 of those, please, Spirit? Oops, thank you, too. We've got lover. Wow. And we've got room. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so just let me channel. Yeah, thank you. Spirit's saying there's definitely been a bit of a dark night of the soul element, or if you feel like you haven't been through a dark night of the soul, there has definitely been some deep digging within your life, within yourself. Again, you're sifting through the ashes. You're sifting through what no longer serves you. You obviously have felt slightly isolated or whatever, or not being heard, or just sort of disregarded by those around you, or feel like the thoughts of everyone around you, or the many, are outweighing the thoughts of the individual, which would be you or whoever you're inquiring about. That's what the widower card is about. There's been some sort of a death, but you do have new life. So take it as a death card. It's great. It all ties in with what the reading's saying. So can I actually have 2 more of those? And then I'm going to pull out, I've just got 1. Lord. Okay, can I have another one? Lord and foe. Right. A bit of masculine energy. There's a fair few masculine cards. That's masculine, masculine, masculine. So Spirit's saying you might need to get your masculine energy balance. Again, with all the chakras that have come out and the ground card, it's really important at this time that you do pull that into fruition. Foe, don't hate yourself. Remember, we've got the to be fair card. This is a reminder, regardless of what your gender is or isn't, Spirit is saying that don't beat yourself up about the things that you've been through. There's room here for growth. The chair is empty. It's waiting for you. The lover, he's facing that chair. Is like, I'm ready to enter into the next phase of my life. I'm ready to open the door, that spiritual metaphorical door, and step into what's coming for me. And that's what's happening there. He's in love with the new life that's coming up for him, okay? And Lord means pretty much you're the Lord of your own shit. You need to sort out your masculine energy. It might need to come in a bit more heavier at the moment than your femininity, but at the same time, don't feel for a minute that you're not entitled or worthy of everything you've worked for, okay? Just remember that. Can I have 2 of those? We've got pausing to reflect. Wow, I've actually got 4 in my hand. Materialization, yes. Old friends, good memories, and cool, calm, and collected. Awesome. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is your new direction does involve people from your past. It doesn't mean you're walking away from everybody. It's got old friends, good memories. Sorry, I've got my words jumbled. Pausing to reflect. That could be what's going on here. Maybe you're not too sure which way to turn because you don't know what the long-term prospects are going to be with making a change in your life. But you're bringing what you need into fruition. Everything you're seeking is right there. You have all the treasure. It's all within you. It's all in your system. It's all in your core. Again, people's masks have been lifted, okay? And all that glitters is not gold. You're sifting through what you need to get rid of. We've got Environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Wow. You might be an empath. You might be able to communicate with animals. We've got author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Wow. Now, Spirit's saying, if you don't actually have a book, you're not, at that space in your life, you're not the type of person that wants to write a book. Spirit's saying you need to journal, channel, write down everything that's going on around you at this time. Keep a bit of an energy diary. If your feet are a bit sore or your chest is a bit achy or you had a bit of a sore neck, just simple material or body energies that you feel, jot it down, because you're going to see a bit of a pattern there when it comes to the people that you're around at certain times, okay? So the last 2 cards for this pile are Doctor. Yeah, healing. There's some healing. Look, initially that chair was empty in that room and now there's a man in that room holding that woman's hand. Oh, amen to that. That is so beautiful. Spirit is guiding you at this time. Spirit is holding your hand. You might have a male ancestor coming through, or it could be a male guide, but either way, that's what's going on for you. And happiness is my birthright. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. So pile 1, your new direction is about finishing off, tying off loose ends and sifting through the debris and the ashes. Remember, people's masks have been lifted now, okay? Good job. All right, so we have pile 2. What have we got here? Pile 2. Whoops, between worlds. I already think I know what's going on here. Yang. Blessed. What else we got? Grace. Beautiful. Orangutan. Creation. Ooh. And Ibis. Acceptance. Okay, just let me channel for a minute, please. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, your direction, pile 2. Your new direction, or the direction that you're heading towards on this next leg of your path, is about being in the incubation period, being in the middle of what's going on around you. The Between Worlds card has come up, okay? It is about sitting in the middle and knowing that what you're going through at the moment, or what you're manifesting at the moment, is actually in fruition. So it's not, it doesn't mean that you can't have action in your life. It just means that things are growing, that there are seedlings about to bloom literally in your life. The little seeds that you've planted to do with your career and your friendships and your other bits and pieces. This is now what's happening. We're in the growth phase. It's almost like spring's about to hit, okay? And that's why you're in the Between Two Worlds. And that's what this pile, your new direction, is about. Accepting, respecting, and honoring being in that middle ground growth phase. Wow, that's beautiful. Yang, yeah, you might have some good help come through, like a mentor or a spiritualist guru that you watch on YouTube or things like that. There's a masculine in your life that's really going to propel you, keep you grounded, and give you a lot of love and direction at the moment. Now, if it's nobody that's in this realm, but they're from the spirit realm and you're not too sure how to connect or who they are, just know that they're there. It could be a father, a grandfather, a brother, a cousin, an uncle, a nephew. It doesn't matter, okay? They're there. It could be Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, for all I know, you know? Okay, so where's my cards? Can I please have some more? This is really nice. This is a really nice pile. Somebody's really nervous. Whoever's watching this pile, far out, gets chronic anxiety because it's just coursing through me, and it's definitely not mine. So we've got miracles, yay, awareness, and luck. Hello, Lady Beetle. Okay, so we've also got the acceptance, the creation, and the grace card. So what Spirit's saying is that once you make peace and understand that what you're going through right now is everything you've worked for is in the growing phases, the energy you're putting in, your manifestation techniques, you might be listening to subliminals, binaurals, doing meditations, doing Tai Chi, all those types of things. It's all bringing that higher consciousness right down into your actual core. It's dividing what's going on in your everyday 3D world and your 5D world, and that's why we've got the between world stuff going on here. It's really important to honor what you've got going on, about being aware that this is a really important growth phase, as well as the final result or the fruition that you've put into position. Be creative. Come from that space of creation. Be creative in your approach and giving back and giving thanks. Spirit's saying that they understand that you're apprehensive possibly about what is to come down the line, but not to worry. You can't see it yet because you're in that between worlds growth phase. And we've got grace. Stand in your grace. Stand in your power. Grace is a form of power. And we've got acceptance. Exactly. Accept what's going on. You've got miracles coming from this. And ladies, luck is on your side. So that is so beautiful. What else we have here? Spirit. For pile 2, please. Between worlds. We've got why. Breathe. Yeah. Reflect. Time to reflect. Accept. Exchanging gifts. And happy. Awesome. All right. So, what's that? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, the why is what you're going through in your 3D spaces right now. Why has this happened? Why has this relationship ended? Why didn't I get that job? Why do I have so many more skills to offer the world when I'm doing this particular work and it's not what I'm resonating and what I'm supposed to be doing? Spirit's saying you need to let that energy go. There's no reason why things happen sometimes other than that's the path that we're walking, because even though we all know, oh, we choose our path before we come here, and I've had this happen and I made that happen, and I'm aware of things like that happening in my life, as in certain relationships, the children that we're born into our families and things like that, you know, they're all predetermined from the spirit realm while we're in that spirit space. But what comes from that is the whys, and that's why we're in that incubation period. Again, just have acceptance and not worry about what's going on. There is good energy coming in for you, okay? We've got the awareness. Just be aware of what you're into and what you're doing, and be mindful that you don't make yourself unhappy for no reason, okay? We've got happy, we've got exchanging gifts, and breathe. Just take a breath and experience what's going on around you. Again, everything that you've wished for is coming for you in your life. There's a happy ending here, and there is exchanging gifts. And in the meantime, to get to that, you need to breathe and remember that we're going through the middle phases, the between worlds, okay, energetically. That's really actually not a bad thing at all. I don't mind that at all. Yeah. Things just happen sometimes. You know, I don't believe that you could be walking home from somewhere and, you know, you hear a car accident the street over, or just silly little things, whatever happens in people's lives. Sometimes I think, well, no, that wasn't supposed to happen on your path. That wasn't a genuine reason that you were hearing that noise, and there's no synchronicity or no omen or anything from spirit with those things. And that's why I'm saying people need to let go of the why sometimes and just reflect on the breath, being in between those worlds and using that masculine energy. You've got masculine support in the other world, okay? We've got chillfulness, or even in this world, chillfulness, prison. Yeah, get out of that why mindset, okay? Things happen. We've got size. I need my glasses. The room's getting darker. Size. Yeah, she's feeling a bit woeful. I'm going to shuffle this deck. One's flipped out. Sorry. Scholar. That was on the ground. It's getting real dark in here. Must be clouds over the sky. Sorry about that. And scholar. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is learn from our lessons. Our path at this particular time, I say our, you, whoever's watching. The path for this particular pile is experiencing what happens in ourselves on our spiritual and personal growth to do with being in between the realms of what's happening in our life. Again, the 3D and the 5D and what happens in the middle of that space. And that's what this pile's about. Cheerfulness, prison, size, and scholar. So you did have happy card come up, and that's in relation to that. The why is putting you over here with the prison, okay? Break out of those mental confines. You don't need to be in that mental space, okay? And there is size. So longing for something, longing for information, wishing things could be different, and asking why, you know, that's what's going on with that situation. But what Spirit's saying is what you're coming through with this particular pile is the scholar card, which suggests that the knowledge you're obtaining from being in your element to do with in between worlds is actually what's going to propel you forward in your life. You're going to get some major lessons from that. You're blessed. You've got miracles as well that had come up, and you've got luck. So this is all supposed to happen. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Maybe you want to get into music. Maybe you need to listen to some music. And we've got healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Wow. Maybe you're trying to have a career change, but nobody believes that you've got the balls to do it. Fuck everybody else. Let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Yeah. And that's not about necessarily a specific situation. That could be a mindset, the mindset that you're going through at this time, and protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Wow. Now, Spirit's saying if you're not actually going through a career change per se, working on our inner self all the time, constantly and consistently, is a fucking full-time job in itself. So that could just be what it means. You have a lot of angels around you. There's that masculine energy again. Masculine, like it's everywhere, okay? The masculinity. So the last two cards for pile 2 are Servant. Wow. And when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. That is a clear message between two worlds, between the worlds. If you feel like you're in a bit of a shadow space or a bit overshadowed by those around you at this time, don't worry, because you are guided to the light. The light is guiding you. It's pouring over you. You are protected by the light. And Servant, this is a reminder from Spirit to work on yourself regardless of what goes on around you. Fuck everybody else. Do what you need to do with you, for you and with you. You've got luck on your side. You're blessed. You've got the miracles card. So if people don't approve, appreciate, or agree with your movements, or you don't feel confident or comfortable sharing your movements with other people at this time, Spirit's saying, don't worry about it. You serve yourself. You are of the light. You're a child of the light. Beautiful. That is so nice. Okay, let's go over to pile 3. These two cards I'll do at the end. My chest is a bit sore this afternoon. The weather's gone quite cold, and I'm feeling quite sore in the chest from the residue from the pneumonia. Ooh, far out. Okay, let's see. Pile 3. What is your direction and your path at this time? Whoa. Chaos and conflict. Don't be alarmed. Let's just see what gets said. Mending. Whoa, I already know what's going on here. And time to go. Ole! Are you kidding me? Excellent. Okay, sorry. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm getting told to pull these cards. What have we got here, guys? Imagination, dragonfly. Instinct, shark. And perception, giraffe. Wow. Okay, just give me a minute. Wow, you know what? This card here, the chaos and conflict, and the giraffe, they both have giraffe-like skin going on here. Look at that. Both animals. Right. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is Your direction for pole 3 is about mending and walking away from chaos and conflict. That is where you are on your path at the moment. It's time to go, to get out of those environments, those mindsets, those emotional spaces, those relationships. Sometimes it's not that easy to walk away from relationships in our life when we live in the same houses as people and things like that, work in the same environment and stuff like that. But mentally, emotionally, you can make that change. Now, I do love the fact that we're talking about what direction you're going on your path that you're walking at this time. And this woman's walking on a path and there's a doorway down the end there. She's not that close to it. She's got a bit of a ways to go, but this is a concise and clear message from Spirit that once you get there, you keep walking on this path, you keep walking away from the chaos and conflict, and you do your mending and you do your healing and you do what you need to do. Once you step through that door, sky's the limit. You know, your imagination of what you want to happen will actually come into fruition. Listen to your gut feeling, listen to your instinct. If somebody doesn't seem like they're being honest with you, they may not be. That doesn't mean, I'm not calling people liars, but people do fucking lie a lot, you know. Listen to your instinct, follow your gut feeling, and do what you need to do for yourself at this time. And perception. How you perceive something is different to how another person will perceive it, but it doesn't mean that your perception isn't right. And that's a really clear message that people have to understand sometimes. This pile is about what you need to do for you, not what others expect or assume from you. Okay, we've got dog, forgiveness. Look at the colors. Wow. Praying mantis, patience. Yeah, okay, because the girl, is not too up close to the gateway yet. She's not ready to quite sort of step through that door, but there's mending going on because stepping away from chaos and conflict does take time, and so you need to be patient. We've got protection. Oh, thank you so much. Bear is protecting you at this time, okay? You've got Bear in your energy. Bear has come out more than once today. Oops. And we've got purity. Wow. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let me channel. I'm getting told now I need to pull 2 more. Okay, 2 more. Essence and opportunity. Right. Okay, just let me channel. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is coming from that space of patience, coming from that space of forgiveness. It's not about forgiving people that have hurt you or forgiving certain things in your life. It's about forgiving the energy. It's about going, okay, that was fucked, that was rude, that was abrupt, that was unnecessary, and forgiving what happens surrounding that. Sometimes it's a bit hard to forgive an individual person or a group of people for heartache and pain, but it's also about forgiving yourself and forgiving yourself for not necessarily being aware of what was happening around you at the time. I mean, you might have a really wicked sixth sense, you might be in tune, but and you might not be as well, but at the same time, Spirit's saying you need to forgive the situation. You don't necessarily at this point in your life have to forgive the person. Walking away from that person or those people or that situation or that environment where there is chaos and conflict will help bring in that level of forgiveness, and you need to work on that, okay? Like I said, you are protected. Bear's got your back. You do need to be patient at this time because it's in the growth spaces within yourself. You are sifting through the heartache and the pain. You're doing mending, self-mending. If you can go have a healing done, that would be great. I like to recommend people to go have a healing or a shamanic healing, and I will always recommend people to go have a healing or a shamanic healing. Go and have go get some Reiki done, or go and have like a foot massage, or do something to help have that flow of energy course through your system. Essence and opportunity and purity. So what Spirit's saying is that your essence is pure. Forgive yourself or forgive the situation, because you're coming from that space of purity. You're coming from that space of, I can't be in the chaos and conflict anymore. I'm happy to walk down my path, but I do have to take a bit of a detour. That is your new direction, the detour, and then coming back onto the path. Once you step through the door, which is on the picture of that card, time, let it go, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be having the opportunities that you're seeking. They're all going to fall into place for you because you chose to walk away from a shit that doesn't serve you and your purpose. And congratulations. We've got message in a bottle. So this is a clear message from Spirit. You're on the right path, not to give up. You're doing everything you need to do. Can I have another one? Yeah, deep knowing. You already are aware of what's going on. And we have co-create. Wow. There's a few hours here. There's an hour here. There's an hour here. I don't know if there's any hours on the other cards. We've got thinker. 44. Number 44. And we've got to the sea. Yep. Time for a cleanse. And we've got tick tock. So this doesn't necessarily mean for me in this reading that you need to hurry up and get a move on. It's about being patient. The clock is ticking. It's going forward. It's not going backwards, basically. So Spirit's saying they just want you to be aware that what you're doing is the right thing. Co-create. If you need to talk to somebody you love and care for, and they love and care for you, somebody that you can trust and have those conversations with, Spirit's saying now is the time to do that and have that deep knowing and that understanding with them. There are messages. I'm getting told to keep your eyes peeled and your ears open for synchronistic messages. It could be a sentence out of a song that you hear or whatever. You might see a bit of signage somewhere. Whatever it is, you'll get a message, okay? 2 more of these. We've got come to the edge. Yeah, it's okay. Again, you're having a bit of a detour off your initial path. It doesn't mean that you're not working and living and thriving in your, in your daily life. It just means that you're having that detour. That is your path at the moment, to have that level of healing, because you don't want that energy to be brought into whatever else you've got going on. You just want to be able to walk away from the bullshit. There's 2 more in my hand here. We've got fork in the road. Yeah, and this is exactly right. Come to the edge, fork in the road. It's okay to have a fork in the road. You've got some decisions to make, and this is why on your path at the moment, we've got a little detour path coming off to the side, and you're going to take that option. This is what's happening, a fork in the road, but you'll come bow back around and get back on to where you are through the door of mending and flexible. Of course, be flexible in your approach. Don't dig your shins in, and don't try and force things to go a certain way, because it'll backfire at this time. We've got an egg here. We've got an egg here. There might be an egg or 2 on other cards as well. We are in that growth period at the moment. You could be quite delicate mentally and emotionally, and Spirit's saying that's okay. Just know that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and have some forgiveness. Okay, we've got house. We've got joyfulness, child, death. Can I have 2 more, please? Enemy. Focus. And we've got consolation. Okay. Yep, let me listen. Okay, I just said don't try and force things to be different than what you like, to change or adapt how they are at the moment, or to what you think you need would be better to ease your path or your journey at this time. Spirit's not saying no. There is a genuine death of an ego going on here. There's chaos and conflict, and you're walking away from that. There's a thinker card, okay? Be in that mindset. Come in that space of thinking. This is what's going on here. Talk up to Spirit. Have a conversation with Spirit, and, really, the co-create. That could just be you talking and having prayers and stuff with Spirit, doing a little bit of magic or what have you, to help you get that clarity that you're seeking. Child, that doesn't necessarily mean there is children or a child involved. If there is, well, this is your confirmation. If not, this is a message from Spirit that, come from that childlike wonder, come from that space of just being reliant on things having to happen, because that's how they are. I mean, babies don't worry about when they're going to get fed next. Babies don't worry about if they're going to sleep in too long and whatever, miss out on something. They just live in their pure essence, okay? They live in their purity and their essence, and this is what's happening, okay? So that's a clear message. We've got enemy. Yeah, this is what you're walking away from, the chaos and the conflict. I'm not fucking surprised this has come out. Energy doesn't lie, okay? Walk away from the bullshit. Chaos and conflict, number 33. There has been a death. Now, house and joyfulness. Spirit's saying you might feel like you need to protect what's yours at the moment. This is what this card is about. For me, initially, what I feel for this particular reading, what Spirit's saying is that the door is open, that you can come and go at your own discretion, that you don't have to be locked in and boxed in and bound while you're going through this fork in the road, while you're coming to the edge, while you're asking Spirit for prayer, and for help. Even though there's a bit of a death going on here, it's a death of an ego, it's a death of bullshit. There is that joyfulness coming in for and around you at this time, and not to be alarmed. Spirit's got your back. You are protected, okay? And we've got freedom. You are free to do what you choose. Thank you, Spirit. There's dolphins there. Beautiful. Okay, that actually ties in with the message I just said from the house card, that the door is open. You are free to come and go as you please, mentally and emotionally. Don't feel so boxed in. Teaching, you inspire people to learn, and that could just be your peers and people around you. There's transformation going on here. There's been a death, okay? And Spirit is reminding you that people admire and love you for what you do and who you are. And it says you are on the right path. Keep doing what you are doing because it's working. Exactly. Do not give up. Look at this beautiful angel on here. You are guided and protected, okay? Your last two cards for pile 3 are Journey, Yo, and Energy flows where my intention goes. Beautiful. Oh, I really love this picker pile today. Thank you so much. How beautiful is this amethyst? I can't imagine how big the big piece was. Maybe the fact that I've even mentioned it and picked it up, maybe this is a sign, Spirit. Yeah, Spirit's saying get some amethyst, get some gems, get some crystals, particularly some selenite and stuff that you could work with at this time and have in your life to help and heal with what you've got going on in your life. This here is a piece of hand-picked selenite. It's dirty. I can't wash it because selenite doesn't work with water, but there's some selenite, so maybe you need to work with some selenite and some amethyst at this time. So blessed be, blessed are the witches. Much love. I'll be back in a couple of days. Peace out.